Hi everyone, welcome to Chalking with the Girls. I am Jessica, and today we are going to be chalking some bags. And I want to chalk these bags because I did a live last night inking with canvas bags, and I absolutely love them. It was a new company that I tried. So I wanted to see about chalking on their paper bags. Let me just share this. Sorry, you have to see whatever you're seeing. Hi, Carla. Where am I going with this? I lost my paper. I lost my little paper that tells me what I'm supposed to do here. Goodness gracious. I am like a total mess. If you guys have not figured that out yet, I really am. I lose everything, and then I lose some more, and then I lose a little more, and then I lose some more. So let's, all right, let's just see what we got here. All right. All right, sorry. So, hello, Cindy. I got put in French Bulldog jail again. So that's fun. You know, whatever. So we are just... Online retail. All right. Sorry. Hello, Miss Cindy. Hello, Pam. Hello, Vicky. Hello. I said hello to Carla. Okay. So I'm going to chalk on these bags. I was hoping that Brenda was going to be on. Because I wanted to try and do something for her, but I don't see her on here. So let's see if we can get her on. Because I have some very important questions to ask her before I do this chalking. If we can't get her, we can't get her. Not a big deal. All right, I did get her. Hopefully she is going to come on. Because I promised her I would do something. Well, I said I would do something. I guess I didn't really promise her. But I wanted to see how likely something... Hello, Miss Brenda. So Brenda, here I have a couple questions for you. My first question is, I know that you're having surgery. That wasn't a question, I know. My question is, are you left-handed, are you right-handed, and which one are you having surgery on? Now I have to wait 45 seconds for Brenda to answer me, so I'll take a little sip of water. I think she answered this question yesterday, but I forgot. So I got to ask it again, but it's very important. Yes, dear. Well, that wasn't the answer. I need to know if you were left-handed or right-handed and which hand you were having surgery on. Hi, Judy. She's left-handed, surgery on her right hand. Okay, so you're having it on the opposite hand that you are. So I am going to attempt to chalk one-handed and do everything that Brenda would have to do after she has her surgery. I am right-handed, and since she is having surgery on her hand that is not her dominant hand, I'm going to use my right hand. So we're going to see how this goes. Now, in this little, what should I call it? In this little test of mine, I am going to assume that Brenda is a little more organized than I am. Just, you know, most people are. Sorry that you got the boob shot going on. But I have everything together. And first we're going to start with our chalk paste. So I'm going to attempt to open my chalk paste with only one hand. Now, whether or not this will happen, I don't know. This is our first problem, is whether or not we can get the chalk paste. Here's my left hand. I just want you guys to see. Why am I going to make you cry? Can we go? No, you're not, you can't use any part of it, right? Trying to get a grip. Of course I have to pick the one chalk that, oh, okay. So you can't see, but I put it between my knees, and I turned it. So we got that. Hello, Isabel. All right. So we got our chalk paste semi-open. So Brenda, the key, and I have to pick a dry one. You know, it just gets better and better. I mean, this is like, I could not ask for a chalk to be any more dry if I tried. So, but you know what? This is what happens when you have to do things one-handed. So we're going to go back in between my knees. I know, this is really silly. But we're trying to figure out how Brenda can chalk with one hand. So, and I can't really pull my camera over to my knees because that would just be weird. But trust me, I've got the jar between my knees, holding it steady. Hopefully her knees are okay. If not, then we're in big trouble. So far, so good. Ah! All right. Now, just for laughs, I have chalk all over my leg. Because my multi-tool. Oh, I got to show you, I still have my left hand up. Brenda, do you have a multi-tool? So for those of you who don't know, your knees are fine. That's good. All right. She's got fine knees. For those of you who don't know what's going on right now and may think that this is just a tad bit strange, one, it is, but that's okay. Two, it is, and that's okay. Brenda is a designer, and she is having surgery. And she is worried that she is not going to be able to chalk. Because she's going to be one-handed. So, I got to clean up my legs too, so it doesn't get on my dress. So I told Brenda that I would try and chalk one-handed, which actually I have done. So, it's not, you know, again, I guess that's unfair. It's not like a you know, true challenge. I mean, it, you know, it's not like I go around chalking one-handed all the time. But I haven't chalked one-handed. I'm sorry. I've painted one-handed. So, and chalking is so much easier than painting. So I got all my chalk off my hands and my legs. All right. Now I have this transfer open, but one of Brenda's concerns was how is she going to get the transfer out? Luckily, I think that it's not her dominant hand that is having surgery on. So she does have a step up there. Now, this might be a little challenging. I'm assuming she can use her elbow. Brenda, tell me if I'm wrong. If you can't use your elbow to hold things down, because I will stop doing it if you can, or if you can't. I'm trying to replicate what Brenda is able to do and not able to do. Hi, Sue. All right. So for my little bags, I am going to do little chalk couture. And on my big bags, I'm going to do a big one. Now, I chose something a little difficult on purpose because I wanted her to be able to see that we're good. I'm going to put those big ones away for a second. This little one feels, well, now it has chalk on it. Yes, I think so, because the cast goes to the elbow. Okay, good. All right. I don't know why I have all this chalk paste on my hand. All right. So the white one feels like it has a little bit of a coating on it, but we're going to wax it. So again, I have the same old story that my dream box is here and I haven't had time to organize it because I've been at the hospital visiting my grandmother and, you know, everybody else in the world. So I haven't had time to do it. So I cannot find, oh, look, I was going to use my other hand. Surprise, surprise, I cannot find my Minwax finishing paste. So I am going to use the small thing of paste to do my waxing. You do want to wax paper when you chalk on it because you don't want your transfer to stick to the, okay, I was going to say I froze on mine. Did I freeze on anybody else's? You don't want the transfer to stick on your bag because then it will rip. So I heated up my bag. I'm going to take my, and again, heating is something that I do. Not everyone does it. You don't have to do it. I just find that it's easier that way. So I heat my surface up a little bit and then I use the heat with my chalk or my my wax so it turns it liquidy. So hopefully I'm not, normally with a bag, like I said, I would use my Minwax. Hopefully I am not going to ruin the bag. I don't think I'm going to. because you can wax on paper. But maybe I shouldn't have heated it up. I don't remember if in the past I've heated the wax up. But I do know in the past I have used the Minwax, which is a little easier than this stick, especially when you're doing it one hand. All right. I am 99.9% sure that this is going to dry. If it doesn't, then we will go back and we will do a different bag without heating the wax first. Hi, Pat. Hi, Teresa. What are we doing now? Okay. We have our transfer. Brenda says, for those of you who are just joining and you don't know what's going on, Brenda's one of my designers. She is having surgery on her arm, and she's afraid she's not going to be able to chalk. So I said I would do the chalk challenge. Now, she said, how am I going to get my transfer off my backer? Well, I took this little finger, which I always do, and I roll it. Now, you know that this hasn't been done before because you watched me cut it. Oh, I got to fuzz this. You got to fuzz, fuzz, fuzz when you're doing paper. Again, she can use her elbow. So I'm not cheating with the elbow. So I'm going to I want this to be centered. Oh no, did I put too much wax on? Uh-oh. Maybe these bags were coated. I might not have needed wax. Let's try on this side. If your bag is coated or your paper is coated, you don't need to wax. And if you do wax, then you're just gonna not be able to stick like I just did. So, this is a large silk screen. So you also want to make sure that it is stuck down. You don't have, I do have air bubbles. I'm going to tell you that. I'm hoping that it's not going to affect my project because I'm going to go in one direction only. So let's see how this goes. I'm going to use a large, you never wax your bags? This is the first time I've done bags. I've done paper before. It's the first time I've done bags. So I'm dipping my squeegee in my chalk paste, and I'm just going to go, like I said, in one direction because I know that I have some air bubbles. Again, I tried to do something that was hard because if I can do something that's hard one-handed, then Brenda can do something that is easy one-handed. So, you know, I had to choose paper, which I can't wipe off if I ruin it. I had to choose something with a large silk screen, which is not normal. We have a lot of items with smaller silk screens. All right. I'm going to pull. First, I'm going to wipe the paste off my hand. Pull this up. Ta-da! And we have chalk couture. I'm going to dry it. So Note to everyone, there is this little area right here that it did run a little, and that's okay because this is a bag that product is going in. So it's not like somebody's not buying this, and you know, it's okay sometimes to not be perfect when you're doing things that you're giving away, like like this is going to be a bag for somebody. Somebody is calling my phone. It is Gail. Gail obviously doesn't know I'm on a live, but I put my phone on Do Not Disturb, so I'm not sure why it's actually coming through. I got to clean this transfer because, you know, Brenda's got to clean her transfers. I just sprayed this with some water. I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to spray this side. All right. It's funny that this transfer is sticking so well to my fuzzing cloth, but it didn't stick that much to bag. All right, so that one's done. Now we're gonna go with a white bag, but you know, Brenda says, Jessica, I would like to ombre my bag. I cannot ombre with one hand, possibly. Now, we've already realized we can put the jar between our legs, between our knees. That sounds so weird. What am I picking? Every chalk that I don't use? Oh, you know why? Because it's these are lighter colors, and you know, it's fall time, so I haven't used a lot of my lighter colors. Every time I put my hand up, I wanna sing that song. I put my hands up. Actually, I think it's my head up. Check my nails. I think that's, I don't know. I don't own the rights to that song. Sorry, I sang it. Please don't block me. All right. We have our yogurt to, I will go watch it. I saw it come up, but I was at work, so I couldn't come on. All right, we're gonna get our white bag. Now, of course, Brenda wants to ombre with one hand, because, you know, who wouldn't, right? So we are going to do the top part pink. I don't know why Gail doesn't know that I'm on a live. She should know I'm on a live. So when you ombre, you want to do a little extra around the center. You want to leave a little spot in between your colors. My dogs are barking because I'm tapping and they think somebody's knocking at the door. And then you are going to swirl these two together. It's just me. Now, I'm going to take my 4-inch, and I'm just going to scrape off all the excess. I am not going to put it back in my jar because then I would be mixing colors. We do not cross-contaminate. Do I have it? Oh, look, I got it on my elbow. Brenda, you can chalk your cast. All right, like it won't come off. All right, so I don't want to put my, well, I guess if I get blue on there, I get blue on there. Now, Brenda didn't do too well on this one because there were air bubbles. So, let's see what it looks like. So, Londa, you are just joining us. We are challenging to chalk one-handed. All right, so one would think, you know what, we don't really want to use this. But we actually do. We're going to try something because Brenda says I cannot waste a bag. Absolutely not. So, and I said, I totally understand, Brenda. Bags are bags. So we're going to color in our spaces. I do have to say, one-handed chalking is exhausting. But when you only have one hand, you do what you gotta do. Just trying to make sure these are flat. Yes, I just cross-contaminated, I know. It'll be okay. Don't yell at me, Gail. So the lesson that I've learned from this one is when you only have one hand, you might want to use a new transfer when trying to chalk something again, or let it dry completely. Don't understand why chalking the same section again. Oh, Jennifer, I'll show you. I messed it up. So it was messed up. So I'm covering everything so that I have a solid circle. And then we're gonna grab some purple. Please don't be dry. Yay! Oh, maybe not yay. Don't celebrate too early. Hi, Joan. Hi, Heather. I'm going to explain the weirdness of like watching me looking down, stirring chalk paste. It is because we are doing a one-handed challenge and I have to put the jar between my knees in order to hold it to be able to stir it. Now, side note, you probably want to make sure that you're wearing shorts when you're doing this, because I've got a lot of chalk paste on my legs. Luckily, ew, ugh, that had chalk paste on it. Doesn't taste too good. All right, so we're gonna go get this transfer. That is new because that one's still wet. So we're gonna take this off. And then I'm gonna line this up with my other circle. And hopefully have better luck. I had to pick the hardest transfer to do, didn't I? Brenda, if this one doesn't work, you are just gonna throw this bag away, girl. You can't keep all night working on one bag. You know what I mean? It's okay to lose one bag. Hi, Linda. Jen, one of my designers is having surgery on her hand. And she asked me how she was going to chalk when she only had one hand. So I told her that I would do a challenge of chalking with one hand to show her how it can be done. So that is what we're doing. So I am chalking with one hand. I'm not using my left hand. I'm right-handed. She is not having surgery on her dominant hand. So We're lucky that way. Hi, Cindy. So that is where we messed up the first one. Well, we didn't really mess up the first one. The first one came out really good. The second one, there was an air bubble because I put it on before the transfer was dry. So it didn't look good at all because you couldn't see the writing. So what I did was I chalked everything in, and then I just did a different color on top. So now you have the purple with the pink and blue showing through. Hopefully that has caught everyone up and no one is confused. All right, bag number 2. We are gonna do one more bag, and it is a large bag with the large transfer. And again, I don't really think that that Brenda is going to be doing large transfers with large areas of silkscreen showing when she only has one hand. But I figured if we're doing a challenge, we might as well do it right. So that's what we're doing. Now, this one I am going to fuzz just a little bit because I feel like it's a little sticky. Not waxing. I'm just fuzzing. All right. Oh, I was like, why does that look weird? That is upside down. I think that is centered. I'm getting my air bubbles out, hopefully, because we do not want to have a mistake like we just had. 1, because I hate mistakes, and 2, because I don't have another one of these in a larger size. So and you can see, I don't know if you guys can see. Let's see if you can see. Let me take my face off of here. Get off of there. Can you see where there's that little like extra shiny patch right there? That's air bubbles. Tiny bubbles. I stole that from Blue. So we do not want that. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull up. I obviously didn't fuzz my transfer enough. My customers who have no clue what is going on are probably like, what is, like, we thought she was crazy before. Like, what is she doing? All right. I don't think there's any air bubbles. We're just going to go for a solid, because Brenda had learned from the other one that maybe it's not a good idea to ombre on a big silkscreen surface with one hand. She learns from her mistakes. Brenda does. How did I totally lose you? Look at how beautiful that is. Oh, now I totally lost it. I thought you said I lost you. I'm like, I don't know how I lost you because I'm doing this for you. She said she could use her elbow, Rebecca. Nice try, though. Thank you. Look at Rebecca trying to get me in trouble. All right, guys, ladies, gentlemen, if there are any gentlemen, we have 3 wonderfully chalked paper bags. These are made from the same company that I did the inked bags with last night, which I absolutely love. I think they came out fabulous, especially with one hand. So I think it is safe to say that Brenda can chalk with one hand. Is it safe to say that? Now, since you all sat here and suffered with me, watching me chalk with one hand, let's see if I can find a quick and easy project to do. What do I have near me? Oh, I just got this board from Joann's today. Probably shouldn't have said that. I'm gonna get in trouble now. I got this board. All right, I'm not gonna mess around with that. I am, however, going to both hands. So I just realized you cannot see what I'm talking about. So we have this board, and I am going to wax it. It is not a chalk couture surface. I have no clue what I am putting on it. I will tell you that wherever I reach in and pull out, that is what's going on it, and hopefully it fits, because if not, then I'm in real big trouble. Faye, I have no clue what you're talking about. I have never, ever, ever gotten myself in trouble. right. Got that waxed. I don't believe that those are pictures of myself. I believe that they are pictures of other people. And I'm going to deny, deny, deny. I think that's too small. I know I said I was going to take the first thing I pulled out, but considering the fact that that's too small, we have an issue. All right, we're going to do the Eiffel Tower. We did the snowman the other night. Oh, I can show you the pictures, but they're not of me. They're of everybody else. I just happened to leave my phone. And those fools took it and took pictures. So it's definitely not embarrassing me. It would definitely be an embarrassment to them. Bae, do you not have faith in me? Hello, Debbie. Oh, yeah, now they're innocent. When we were talking about me, they weren't so innocent. But now that we're talking about all of them, now they're innocent. See how that works? Ah. Thank God I can use both hands right now, because I'm going to tell you, that was a pain in the patootie. So Brenda, I do not envy you at all, but just know that you can chalk with one hand. All right. Now I gotta clean up all this stuff that I use chalking one-handed. Because we are definitely not using this on the Eiffel Tower. And you have to admit, I had a lot of challenges with this. So, Brenda, I have a couple words of advice. Make sure before you have surgery that all of your... Oh, you want me to do this one one-handed? Oh, please, this is... I could do this one one-handed in my sleep. You really want me to do this one one-handed? I don't know why. I could. All right. Opening them between my legs, between my knees. Where did... Uh-oh. I threw my multi-tool away by accident. Oh, we got to go in between the knees again. I don't know why you guys are challenging me to do this twice. I literally just did this. I personally think that paper bags is way harder than this, but if you guys say so. Oh, you just like to see, oh, I'm not even, my face isn't even on there. You guys just like to see me struggle. Well, I can't help that you told me to do it one-handed after I had already put the transfer down. Can I? Are you going to fault me for that, really? She's really going to fault me for having the transfer down before she said she wanted me to do this one-handed as well. That is so not cool. No, that's okay. A one-handed challenge is a one-handed challenge. I'm using my copper shimmer paste. I'm carefully going close to the Eiffel Tower because I would like to do the Eiffel Tower a different color. Thank you, Linda. I'm glad somebody appreciates me. Thank you, Judy. Huh. Wow. Look at that. A whole project one-handed with a regular transfer. Isn't that interesting? Your granddaughter's laughing at me? Oh, thanks. Thank you, Rebecca. You ladies just like to give me a hard time, that's it. I think we are done. I'm going to use my blow dryer just to, well, I'm not going to use my blow dryer because it's not plugged in. I try, Brenda. I try. Yes, only half is done with one hand. But that's okay because you know what it just taught you, Brenda? Anything you can do with two hands, you can do with one hand too. Because I started with two and I ended with one. So thank you everyone for joining in the fun of my challenge. Now, Brenda, I do not want to hear any excuses of why you couldn't work when you were one-handed. So, thank you, everyone, as always. Let me take that off. Thank you, as always, for spending this time with me. I know it's an hour. We didn't go real long, and I say real long. Most people are like, it was an hour long, not real long. You know, sometimes we've had like 2 hours. So we did this project here. We did our paper bags. Oop, can't see that. Actually, you can't see anything that I'm showing you. So we have our paper bags that we did, which are wonderful. I really like, these bags are really, really great. Then we have our Meet Me in Paris that we did afterwards to hopefully encourage you guys from having to watch me do one-handed. And then they made me do it one-handed anyway. So now you got to see 2 one-handed projects, 3 one-handed projects actually. Thank you everyone. Where did I go? All right, so I am going to go. Tomorrow night, I do have a workshop from 6 to 8:30. I did tell my mom that I would go visit my grandmother tomorrow. She's being moved to a rehab. So I guess I'm gonna have to get everything ready tonight, put it in my car, go visit my grandmother, and then scooch on over to my workshop. And I will try and go live. I think everybody that is doing the workshop tomorrow does not mind being live. They're the same group that we did the pillows with a couple weeks ago. So we're going to do some fun little projects. So hopefully I will come live from there. If you have any questions at all about anything that you just saw, you're welcome. Anything you just saw, anything at all in general, just message, drop a comment in the comments below, and I will get the notifications and I will answer. If you are interested in joining my wonderful team, because you see how much fun we have, just type in hashtag join and I will get some information to you. We can chat. I think that is it. So have a fantabulous night. Enjoy your family, and I will see you tomorrow.